Hey everyone, welcome to Project One. My name is Arya, and in today's video I want to talk to you all about goals. Basically, I've seen a lot of people out there who set up goals and aren't able to achieve it, whether it's ambitious goals or small goals. People tend to generally fail at setting these goals up properly and achieving them. And I personally have set up a lot of goals in life through time, and I've been able to achieve most of my goals, and I wanted to share with you guys my formula or my secret, and hopefully you guys can use this formula and achieve your goals better. So let's dive right into it and talk more about this. So the first thing I want to talk to you all about is what is a good goal and what is a bad goal. Now, knowing the difference between these two is going to help you set up very important goals and be able to set up these things correctly. So a good goal is basically a type of goal which is actually realistic and something that you as a person can achieve. Whereas a bad goal is something which is far off from reality as a person which you are. So it's more like a dream, let's say. That is actually a bad goal. And knowing the differences between these two are very important because that's going to help you set up goals correctly. So let's say as an example, a good goal is something like I want to lose 10 kilos of my body weight. Now that's a good goal to have. Another example could be something like, hey, I want to generate an income stream which is going to give me $2,000 a month. Now these are great goals to have and they're called as good goals. On the other hand, you've got types of goals which are bad, like for example, hey, I want to be a celebrity, or like, hey, I want to be a billionaire. Now these types of goals aren't really goals and the bad type of goals to have because you're never going to achieve them, or if you are, it's a very, very, very slim probability of you achieving it, most likely through luck and through other elements out there which aren't in your control. So it's very important for you to be realistic when you're setting up goals. That's the first number one important thing when you are doing goals. Now, the next thing which I want to talk to you all about is basically how to set up goals correctly as well. Now, this is step number 2, and it's very important for you when you set up a good goal is to have a deadline. Now, that's going to help you a lot in order to achieve that goal, because a goal without a deadline, you're most likely not going to work towards it, because it's going to be more like, hey, I'll eventually get there, or hey, I still got time. But when you set up a deadline, that motivates you as an individual, like, hey, I want to work towards this and I'm running out of time. Let's work quicker or let's get to it. Now, when you are setting deadlines for your goals, it is very, very important that you set up goals with a specific or a precise deadline. So for example, like let's take back my example of the $2,000 income per month. So for this goal to be able to achieve it, I'm going to be very precise about the deadline. For example, I want to achieve this goal by next year, August. That's the deadline I've set up for myself. Be as specific as possible because that's going to help you set up that goal properly. And the second part about setting up a goal properly is having an action plan. Now that's very important. A lot of people forget to set up action plans for their goals, because a goal without an action plan, you don't know how to achieve it, or you're never going to actually sit down and work towards it, but you don't know how, you don't know how to get there. And it's very important that you set up an action plan or for your goals, so that this way you're like, okay, I'm going to work towards that action plan. I'm going to follow those step by steps, and eventually I'm going to get there. So it's very important for goal setting properly, you have an action plan. So a deadline and action plan is the fundamentals of how to set up a goal properly. Now, let's take back my example, which I was talking to you guys earlier about, is that $2,000 income stream by August. So it's a great goal to have. I've set up a deadline. Now the action plan. Be specific with your action plan. The more specific, the more details you can put, the higher chance of you achieving this. So for example, my action plan would be, okay, I want to basically get this income stream. Now, how am I going to get it? Okay, there's a few possibilities. And if you're not sure about your possibilities, make sure you do research, because research is going to help you set up the action plan properly. So I've done my research, for example, and I can say, okay, this out there, like I can do affiliate marketing. That's one way. Another way is I can do like sell designs on Redbubble. Or another way is, for example, I have a car personally, so I can put that on rent. when I'm not using it, through other platforms out there like Car Next Door and the other ones, or even go online and buy items for cheap and then sell them on eBay or Amazon for more expensive, or even yeah, there's these types of income streams which I can do right off the bat, and I don't need any certain skill sets for it, and it is achievable. So setting up this action plan is very important. And now once I've decided, okay, now go more into detail. Okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? And etc. The more specific you get with your action plan, the better it is. Now, the third thing, which is very important, is now that you know you've set up a good goal, you've set up an action plan with a deadline. That's how you set up a goal. Now, the third part is, how do you actually achieve this goal? Now, this is what actually differentiates between a successful person and an unsuccessful person, is them achieving this goal. Now, a lot of people fail after even setting up deadlines, is being able to achieve this. Now, I personally feel like achieving a goal is all about being motivated towards working towards that goal. Because if you're not motivated to work towards that goal, you're not going to achieve it. So motivation plays an important factor in achieving that. How do you set up motivation? It's very important to set up motivation by rewarding yourself. So what I like to do with my goals is, when I set these goals up, for example, that $2,000 per month, I try to sit down and set up smaller goals towards that big goal. And when I achieve that smaller goal is when I reward myself with something small which will make me happy. It can be something like, hey, online shopping, or going out, or I don't know, something which makes me happy as an individual. And that will be my reward. So setting these rewards up is something that motivates me and drives me towards finishing that goal. So let's take that example of $2,000 by next year of August. So how am I going to achieve this? Okay, I've set up my action plan. Like, let's say I want to buy items from eBay and sell them, like buy cheap items and then sell them on eBay or other platforms. So first thing is, okay, I'm going to set up a small goal, which is going to be in the first 6 months, set this business up and also earn $500 stable money through every month. So that's going to be my first goal. So I'm going to work towards that, set up my action plan for it. And then the first 6 months, when I hit that target, when I hit that goal, is when I reward myself and say, okay, I deserve this. I'm going to treat myself, and great. Now that I've rewarded myself, now the next part of that goal is also, I'm going to break it down. Okay, now I need to earn another $1,000 in another 3 months. Now that I've set up the business, I've started getting some money. It's all about growing that. So 3 months is enough time for me to be able to achieve another $1,000, let's say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that as my goal, and again set up an action plan and work towards it. And then in 3 months time, I'm going to reward myself again once I achieve that goal. And now I've got the last 3 months, and that's another $500. So I'm going to work towards that as well, and then finally achieve that goal. So this way I've broken it down to 3 smaller goals, and then I've achieved each one, and finally I've hit that big goal as well. And now I've been able to achieve that goal. So going back towards how to set up a goal properly and achieving them, it comes down to these 3 steps. First thing is always set up a good goal, which is realistic, set up a deadline, and set up an action plan, because these 2 are setting up your goals properly. And third thing, which helps you achieve your goal, is by breaking it down to smaller bits and rewarding yourself through that journey. If you follow these 3 steps, you're guaranteed to achieve your goals at a higher success rate, and it will help you become a better and more successful person and help you in your personal development as well. Now, I personally don't like to stick to one goal. I have many goals which I want to achieve, and that's the beauty of it. You can set up 10 goals, 20 goals, 30 goals with different timelines, different action plans, and just work towards achieving them. Because once you've defined all of this, it's just a matter of just doing it. And it's just, you've got your daily grind, and you've got your weekly grind, monthly grind. You just keep at it, and then next thing you know, you've achieved all those targets which you want. And that's the beauty of it. I hope this helps you out and set up goals better in life. And Please share this with your friends as well if you think they'll find it useful. And generally as well, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting a lot more videos like this about personal development, about personal finance and financial freedom, and all about topics about stock market as well, and along the line as well about property investment, basically things which can help you become more better version of yourself. And please subscribe to my channel and also give this a thumbs up and a like. I'd appreciate that, and share it with your friends as well. And drop a comment give me your thoughts as well. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.